And the city of St. Petersburg could be directly in the path of Hurricane Milton. We have reached the mayor of that community, Ken Welch, and he's joining us now. Mayor Welch, thanks so much for making time for us. I know it's a busy, busy day.
Good afternoon. Good to be with you.
Sir, let's talk about top priorities for you as we're just hours away from Milton making landfall.
Well, our top priority is keeping our community safe. This is a powerful storm, the most powerful that we've experienced, on top of Helene, which was previously a couple weeks ago the most powerful storm. And I think folks really received the message of how powerful storm surge can be. And so we've evacuated 3 zones of our evacuation areas, and folks are responding, either leaving the city and the county or moving to one of our shelters. So folks are responding, and our priority is making sure everyone is safe. There will be major impacts if we get even a little wiggle in the storm's path. 10 miles can make a big difference. But if we take a direct hit, there'll be a major impact on our infrastructure, and we're going to be rebuilding for a long time to come. But we want to keep everybody safe, and then we'll handle the process of recovery.
Are most people heeding the advice to get to a point of safety?
They are. In traditional neighborhoods that are impacted, our low-lying neighborhoods, there's a marked difference, almost no activity. Folks got the message from Helene, and they have moved to higher safe ground or evacuated the city, which is what we need them to do.
You mentioned the infrastructure. You know, St. Petersburg has been in the path of these storms before. As you mentioned, you're just barely recovering from Helene. Is this something that later, down the line, maybe not today or tomorrow, but down the line, the state, the country needs to look at? Because if these storms continue to come as frequently as they do and are as powerful as they are, do we need to reevaluate how we're building back our cities?
Well, we always have to be informed in our decision making. I'm really proud of St. Pete and the Tampa Bay-area. We invested in climate change over a decade ago. What's happened, though, is the rate of climate change and the impact on extreme weather is happening so much more rapidly than we anticipated. And so, for example, we are rebuilding a plant right now, a wastewater plant, to elevate it to 11 feet storm surge resistance. Well, as we were looking now, we're looking above that in terms of what Milton can bring to us. So we've got to ramp up our investments and kind of reassess what the true pace of the impact from sea level rise will be. It's happening much quicker than anyone anticipated.
Mayor Welch, let's stick with this idea of the impact of climate change on communities like yours. If you're following this and you're staying ahead of it as well, what for you are the big factors that a community like yours, like St. Petersburg, has to worry about when it comes to climate change, aside from obviously these hurricanes?
Well, obviously, we're a peninsula within a peninsula, so we obviously are at more risk than many communities. We've got to embed into our infrastructure and our capital planning, whether it's a sewer plant or seawalls, the impact of climate change and what the new reality means for those investments. We've got to build higher, stronger, and there are, frankly, some places where we shouldn't be building at all. And that's got to be incorporated in everything we do, not 10 years out, but right now.
Do you think this is going to change in the next few years, where people are living in Florida, how these communities are going to be developing?
Without a doubt, and we have to adapt. Part of our strategy has been to mitigate, not contribute to carbon emissions and sea level rise. But I think we passed the point where we have to kind of flip and focus more on adaptability, and that includes where you build, how you build, and your building standards, and even for things like our electric service, how we position infrastructure in the city and in the county. All those things have to be reflective of the new reality. One of the plants we're concerned about is a plant that's 70 years old and has never flooded until 30 days ago. And now it's likely to flood twice. And so we have to adapt to that quickly.
Where are you going to be in the next 24 hours, sir?
Right here in the building. We're in our EOC with our team. And as soon as the storm passes, we'll do assessments, get the roads cleared, and get to recovery.
Are you scared? Are you dreading it?
Well, no one wants this to happen, but it's part of living in Florida and certainly part of living in St. Pete and Pinellas County. We knew this was something that can happen. Really, no one in the country is safe. We've seen impacts from here to North Carolina from the last storm. So not scared, just we know what's coming. We know what it'll take to get through it, to keep people safe, number one. and then how we rebuild smarter and more in a more resilient way going forward. Being scared really isn't part of it. We know the job we have to do, and we're going to do it.
Okay, we wish you luck with it. Mayor Ken Welch, thank you so much for your time,
Thank
sir.
You.